All right, welcome back to Anuki Jules Patata Fly. So I did my intro video, and this is all like I'm doing this kind of back to back too. So, yeah. So you're like, oh, well, she did her hair look the same thing. Yeah, it's the same day. It's actually a few minutes later. I didn't even really review the other video. I just wanted to check and make sure it had the sound and everything before I move on to the next. Other than that, I'm just on to the next. Like I say, it's a lot of things that I will be covering. Money was the first thing that came to my mind because it's been so many situations with money lately. With myself kinda, but I don't worry about money. So I'm gonna start there. My view on money, or our view on money. So I've always kind of had this thing. You can say that I'm spoiled, or well, some people say I'm spoiled. Some people say I'm spoiled, I'm a brat, or whatever. My view on money is I don't really think about it much, and I guess it's something that I'm learning. And I don't want to say like necessarily that I need to put more energy into money, but for those who operate in it, like I feel like I need to have more information so that I can help direct them to it. Because like with me, like I'm a very like good manifester. I'm a great manifester. And so when I want things, I just kind of cut the middleman out. I don't like look at it in the aspect of I need money to get this. In my mind, it's the same thing with like going to church. I'm not religious. It's kind of the same mindset. It's like, why go to church to connect with the Most High when I could just connect with the Most High? Like, why would I? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not knocking people that do it. I'm just saying it's the way my mind works. Like, I don't think that way. So that trickles down even to money. Like, why am I trying to manifest the money to go buy this thing when I could just manifest that thing? And however it come, if the money is given to me to get it, or if somebody just come and drop it off at my door, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that is my view on money. I don't really think about it. I know that it's necessary, it's needed for the realm that we're in. And it's actually like partially how we would break free from the system that a lot of us are trapped in, so to speak. But the thing I think that a lot of people feel is the poverty mindset. And the energy that you keep around you. So that goes hand in hand. And I got notes because I tend to talk long and I would like go over things over and over again. Like I would say things multiple times. So I got notes so I can make sure I'm staying on track with what I want to say and not make the video like an hour long, me just saying the same thing over and over again. So, but yeah, a poverty mind, generational curses, wealthy minds, energy that keeps you around, that affects you. So like when you're around certain people, when you're around certain energy, when you even your family, it can affect your income, your wealth. But we have to keep in mind that it all starts from the mind. Because once you start like, okay, like a person that may be in the hood, right? And they may have a different mindset. They may have a different view. Like they're not going along. You will know them because they're not really going along with what you're seeing everybody else doing. Even if some of the things they do, because you are a product of your environment too. So they may be doing some things that you see other people doing, but it be some little small things that may be a little bit different. They may go to bed a little bit earlier. They may actually take time to write down goals. They may actually practice things that's pertaining to their goals or the things that they want to do in life. They may think about these things a lot and don't have a negative view on how they gonna get it. They just know that they gonna get it. And then you got people that they may be around, their family, their friends. It's like, you can't do that. It is no way you can do that. You can't get out the hood. You can't move out this. You can't do, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to go to school to do that. You have to go and get their degree. Like, so you got people that think in that way, and then when you're around them constantly and you're not feeding or you're not getting you're not receiving other external things that kind of, block that out, or at least going in and blocking it out, you tend to get caught up and wrapped up in the same matrix that they're wrapped up in. And don't get me wrong, we're all in this one big matrix, but you have your own personal matrix. And the people that you're around include, and that's your mindset too. Because the more you change the way you're thinking, you're going to find it less and less tolerable to really be around people that think in a certain way. It's not to say like, if it's, let's say it's your mother, you know what I'm saying? No, you're not going to completely not deal with your mother. But the mindset that a person have and the people that you're around have, it does affect you. Your mindset affects your money, affects your income, affects it's really no other way to get around it. But let me give you an example of a poverty man. I'm from Chicago, right? This is a poverty mindset. Somebody who won't build generational wealth. They can be rich, so to speak, as we like to say, hood rich or whatever, but they don't build generational wealth because of the way that they think. So I'm gonna give an example because, like I said, I'm from Chicago. They're not there now, but when I was growing up in Chicago, we had the projects, Greens, the I can't think of no other projects now. The Ickies. I don't know. Well, anyway. So, what ended up happening was, like, you would see these brothers that they would make all this money driving nice cars. I mean, you would hear their sounds from like blocks away. All the latest clothes. But they'll be staying in a little 1-bedroom apartment with like 20 people. And I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I have been to people's houses in the projects and it's like 20 people in a 1-bedroom. Like, I kid you not, I don't know how they did it. But whatever the case may be. So this is the poverty mindset. The poverty mindset is not thinking about how do I expand this. Like, okay, I made this money. What can I invest in that'll get me out of the situation I'm in, where I'm not selling drugs for the rest of my life, where I'm not in these projects for the rest of my life? You know what I mean? Like, how can I put this money towards something that's going to help me get out of this, that's going to help me grow, that's going to help me live a better life, where I'm not looking over my shoulders and da. What happens is they don't have the patience. They got this mindset of it's cool. So they look around, they like, well, all like the females on me, I got a nice car, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't worried about the crib part because they got money. So if they want to, get with a female or something or whatever, they can take her to the hotel, motel, whatever, and do that, or, you know what I'm saying, whatever. So it's like, they don't see anything greater than where they at. They don't even see a way out of it. Even though they got this money, they probably have more in their pocket than some people make all year. But they don't see how to put this money towards something that's beneficial for them and for their people. It could have even been something as small as them buying a house, buying some land and moving on the land, and so that they family live here instead of in the projects. But in their mind, if I go and buy a house, that's more bills, and then that's less money that I get to go buy clothes and cars, and so it's that type of mindset. When you think like that, and when I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I'm gonna have to call it like I see it. When you think small, because that's thinking small. I want to just have the nicest clothes. I want to have the nicest car on the block, but you on somebody else's block. You making all this money. You selling our people under the up the river. You know what I'm saying? To make all this money just for you to ride around and show everybody that you got a nice car and nice clothes. That's what I mean. That's an example of poverty mind, because you can't see beyond what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? If you talk to a lot of them brothers, which I have, a lot of them brothers ain't never even been off the side of town that they was on. And that's real shit. Like, they never even, like, let's just say that they live on the west side, they ain't never seen the south side, they ain't never seen the north side, the east side, they only seen the west side. The first time a brother ever said that to me, I was floored. I couldn't believe it. Like, I thought he, like, honestly, I legit thought he was lying. Like, it's no way you ain't never, you been, like, how long you been in Chicago? And he like, oh, I've been here, I forgot how old he was. Let's just say he was like 20. Oh, I've been living here all my life, 20 years. You've been in Chicago for 20 years and you have never even been to the South Side? I mean, it's not that the South Side is so grand and great, but I mean, that just goes to show the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't ever in the same place you live. You ain't never been nowhere else but here. The one area, your area. This is all you've seen your whole life. That's poverty mindset. That's poverty minded. You're afraid to expand. You know what I'm saying? And this is the thing, another reason, like I got an issue. Now I don't want to say I got an issue with money, but this is another reason, like another thing that I have with money. I was having a conversation with somebody recently, and I was telling them, like, it's not so much, like, it's not that I got a thing against money. Like I said, I just never really think about it like that. I focus on what I want. That's how I manifest, by focusing on what I want. And if money is what's gonna be given to get there, then fine. But I don't focus on a dollar amount, like, oh, let me get $100 to get, you know what I'm saying? I don't focus on it like that. But I was telling him, like, the person I was telling this to, I was saying that one of my things about money is the way people act. Like they say, money is not the root to all evil. It's people. How people would view for money is the root to all evil. People would kill their own, and I started extreme because kill, like, I mean, all type of things, like set their people up. I just watch how money just change a person. Like a person that could be really good, a down-to-earth, humble person that care about people, and then you throw money in the mix, and it's like they don't care about shit no more, but money. You know, like I said, so I guess it's why people say, like, money is all evil. It's really not money. It just really brings out what's already in a person. Because if you're not gonna sell out for money, you're not gonna do it. It's like, I can say this about myself. It's no amount of money that I could be offered to make me do certain things. And that's just me. I'm not going to get into what those things are, but I'm just saying, it's just certain things like, yeah, it don't matter how much money you offer me, I wouldn't do that. It's some people that you can offer them the smallest amount, but because they have that poverty mind, they'll be like, shit, whatever you want me to do, like, whatever. And it could be some small as fuck, like a couple $100. You know what I'm saying? Example, like Trump with that first stimulus check. I was hearing some people like, shit, he got my vote. Shit, he give me that money. He got my vote. You see what I'm saying? It's like that type of shit. Like, when you have a poverty mind, you will settle for anything when it come down to money. You don't give a fuck. First of all, you don't have a relationship with the Most High. So you don't trust that's what's for you will come to you. Another, like, you covered in other people's shit. Like, I don't want what's for somebody else. So people may sound spoiled, like, because I feel like whatever I want, I should have, and I do have. The reason why I feel that way is because I trust. Like, if I'm not greedy. I don't see people's stuff like, oh, I want that because they get. So whatever I want, I know it's for me. Period. So I know I'm gonna have it because it's mine. It's already mine. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go into this really quick. Oh, well, that goes into the build a generational wealth. So before I even get into this whole, the money thing with the hands, but, how you build the generational wealth is by doing things like that, by investing into things that you can utilize, that your family can utilize. Y'all can build things on and create on. Like, your creativity is your wealth. The money is like a side effect. Like, okay, the cause is your creativity, your energy. The effect is the money. So because you did this, the effect was you got money. But when you make the cause the money, that goes back into that poverty mindset. Because then you go into, I'll do anything to get it. And you look at people like celebrities and things like that, and you be like, well, they did this and they got that, But even like I don't think I really need to say this, but look at the state of what's going on right now with celebrities. A lot of these celebrities, like, they ain't getting that money. You see what they doing now. And a lot of people like, we don't care nothing about that, because when you had the money, you weren't for the people. You ain't care. You weren't speaking against these people. I take that a couple ways. You know what I mean? I feel people say when they come down to that, but I get to, like, how they now, like, the veil is real thin. So now it's like, some of them was like, yeah, they already knew what they was getting into. But some of them was like, damn, like it's thin now. That they really seeing. But, I mean, what do you think you get? Like when you sell yourself for a few bucks, um, it is what it is. You know, like once you did it, like you better hold on to what you got. You know what I'm saying? So it's people that may have, you know, sold themselves out, but they were a little bit more smart in how they did things. So they may have held on to some money, invested their money into things that's gonna help their family, you know, not be as much affected by the shit that's going on. But nevertheless, the money, it don't just appear out of nowhere. Like it's currency, and that's the thing. Like what gets me is like, because money, as far as like how we look at it, it's fiat currency. It's not like a real thing. Like the real currency is you. You are the currency. The money is not the currency. The money is a way that you exchange. It's like it is currency. Let me back up. Let me say that right. Money is currency because it's energy as well. But that's what I mean. What are you putting in to receive that back? You know what I'm saying? Like, for instance, you got people that they go to work. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they put into it. They put, you know, they working. They actually going, they sweating. They you know what I'm saying? They doing what they got to do to make their money. But then you got people who may not do as much like hard work like that, but they still attract the things that they need because they're using their currency in a different way. So you may look at your currency as, I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna work my butt off and I'm gonna work my way to the top. That's the currency, and you chose that currency. Some people didn't choose to exchange that way. Some people currency is, I'm creative. I know how to make things. I know how to do this. I don't, you know, like myself, for instance, I do a lot of things. And so I have a lot of currency. I have a lot of wealth built up. But it's things that block that too. We're going to get into that too. You can have a lot of currency built up, but you can block yourself from getting it. Again, by hanging around people who got that lower vibrational mind and you ain't trying to break free from it. You attached to them and not your higher self and yourself. Like the way you think. Because like I said, it starts with you. No matter who you're around. If you think that way, your friends probably think that way too. Because I guarantee you change the way you think, you ain't even gonna be able to tolerate, and your friends ain't gonna want to be around you, because when you stand, you talk in certain ways and move in certain ways, they not gonna like it. They may start talking shit about you. They may not want to deal with you or whatever. Or it may be vice versa. You may be kind of like, man, I'm tired of talking about them. You may get tired of being around them. But whatever the case may be, what I can say, when you change your mind, all of that change. Your circle change. Your circumstances change. All of that change. But it's up to you. You have to follow your own energy. Like that's a big thing too. Like trying to do what somebody else is doing. It's only one you as far as your expression of the Most High. We're all one, and the illusion is us being individuals. But as far as your expression of the Most High, you're here to do what you here to do. Not what she doing, not what they doing. You're here to do what you're doing, and when you do what you're doing, you put your own energy out there to receive the currency that's due to you. You see what I'm saying? But that's what I want to say. So like our ancestors, right? They would say things like, my hand itching, you know, some money coming, right? And so people would kind of maybe take that in some type of way. I know for a fact that shit is true. That shit, like right now, my right hand has been itching for the last couple days, and I haven't received, like I got like my actual paycheck, but my hand was itching even after I got paid. So I know it's some more money that I'm supposed to be receiving, but the reason why I haven't received it is because I'm being blocked, because I wasn't doing this, my work. I was, procrastinating. I wasn't putting out the energy that I wanted. Like I said, this ain't got nothing to do. Like I said, I'm not even getting paid for this. But it's the energy. It's what I'm putting out. I'm giving. That's what I mean. I'm giving. So I'm bound to receive. Anyway, but the hand thing. So we got to realize that there is no time. Okay, and like I said, I'm gonna try to speed this up too, because I don't know how much time I got before my video cut off. But your hands itching. There is no time. So what I have found is that, because this is something my grandmother used to say, and she used to be right on point with it. I realized that about myself, that when my hand itch, I actually do receive money after my hand itch. What I realized was the reason why my hand would itch is because the money was actually there. I just couldn't see it. So my hand was itching to make me aware that the money is here. Like, you got the money is here. Now open your hand and receive it. You see what I'm saying? Open and receive it. Pull it in. A lot of times you ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, the money is gonna come anyway, but it's kind of like, then here's your money. Your money's here. It's almost, you know what I'm saying? So it's like kind of one of them things. But I wanted to touch on that really quick. But the abundance mindset, and I'm gonna kind of combine that too with money spells and rituals. So the abundant mindset, when you're in the mindset of it's not enough, I can't do this, or I don't want to create this because so many people doing this, or I don't want to give to these people or give to somebody because that's going to take away from me. I'm not going to have enough. When you think like that, you create lack within your life. I have a rule in my life that I don't loan money. I give money. Either I have to give or I don't. You know what I'm saying? That is a step. That's not the only thing, but that is a step, or yeah, it's a step in being abundant in your mind, so that you recognize that the money circulates. So when I'm giving and I'm free of giving, I'm not like, oh, I gotta hold on to my legs. You know, like when you're not in that mindset, you attract it back to you in different ways, and gratitude as well. Like, you know, being thankful for the ways when the money come back to you, or those gifts come back to you, or things come back to you. Be appreciative. I see a lot of people, things come back to them and they just like not happy with nothing that they receive. I'm happy with all I receive. And I would say the so-called good and the so-called bad, because it's not good or bad. It's all for my higher self. It's all for my growth, for my learning. And again, like I say, I appreciate it all. I may not, in that moment, I may not feel like that. And I'm just going to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Some things you go through, you like, what? You know what I'm saying? But if I'm being real with myself, when I go back and I later on, like, review that situation, I have much gratitude for it, because I see where I was supposed to learn from it. I see where I was supposed to grow from it. But that is a part of having an abundant mindset. Not worrying about money, not worrying about bills, which bring me to certain things like money rituals and spells. They work. But let me be clear. They are only as powerful as you are. So if you got blockages and things that make you feel like, oh, it's not going to work, then it's not going to work. I can't tell you, like, I was dealing with the karmic soulmate, and like I said, I'm going to get into a lot of this, but I was dealing with a karmic soulmate, and when I was dealing with him, every time I went back to dealing with him, my money would be like fucked up, like for real. And so I was like, damn, you know, like I wasn't connected, but like to him, should I say. I didn't connect it until later. But excuse me, in one of the times when we was like on the off stage, I had started writing paid in full on my bills. And it wasn't like, and it was just a matter of me just trusting that this was the reality. Like, yeah, this is happening. This shit is paid. And I was behind. Like I'm saying, like, because I was mirroring, I was having a lot of effects that he was having back. I was taking on some of his karma. And a lot of people may not trust and believe in all this, but it's real. When you dealing with people, it's mirror neurons. So I guess it's what it is too. You could say it's karma, but it could just be mirror neurons. Whatever he was going through, I was going through because I was around him. I was reflecting it. So I started doing it, writing paid in full, and like it, like, and when I tell you, within a couple months, like, my bills was back on track. You know what I'm saying? And it was a lot going on at that time. Like, even with as far as me, you know, working, and, you know, I had a regular 9 to 5. I hadn't even started investing into my business and stuff yet. So yeah, it was, you know, it was crazy. But like I say, and that's just one of the things. But like, yeah, the money spells and rituals and stuff like that, it do work. But it's things that have to be in play. And one of the biggest things is you have to know, not believe, because believe leave room for doubt. You have to know that your spells are going to work. You have to know it. You have to know that, like, if you saying my gas or the universe, my ancestors, whatever it is you saying is backing you up, you have to know that that's really backing you up. That these things or entities or whatever is guiding you to the right places and spaces and telling you to do the right thing. You have to really know this. You know what I'm saying? So, you can really, do this. Like I said, I mean, what's meant for you is meant for you. And so you may have to try different things. I like back when I was like studying like magic, like I'm not a witch. I don't do witchcraft. Even with like doing spells and rituals, that's something, or should I say, spells. That's more conducive to Egyptian culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when I'm doing spells and things like that, we do spells every day. If we're gonna be technical, we all witches. You know what I'm saying? Depending on how you perceive witch. Whether it's WITCH or WHICH, they both really at the core means to make a choice. You either gonna be a good witch or a bad witch. And when the other witch, WHICH, is still choosing either or. So they're both just they're both just leading you back to saying you're making a choice. Either or. So if you want to be technical, we all witches, we all casting spells all day, every day. But as far as witchcraft and getting into that type of shit, yeah, I don't do that. I'm gonna get into videos about that too, because that's some other shit like if you put like love spells and hexes and all, like, nah, I don't get into that shit. I don't vibe with that, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't respect motherfuckers that do that shit. I don't have respect for them, because I feel like you tapping with other people's fucking will. You know what I'm saying? Like, but we'll get into that in another video. But before, one last thing I want to cover really quick before this video pop off is melanated beings creating wealth in America. We as melanated beings, I'm talking about people that look like me, or should I say highly melanated, because we all get melanin, but highly melanated beings. The problem that I feel like we have with creating wealth here, one is we don't recognize who we are. We be study trying to create wealth within their system. We still be trying to do it within their guidelines. That's a big problem for us. And also too, a lot of us have grown up with the poverty mindset. Some of us, and I don't want to say it like some of us that some of us like we're special or something like that, but just some people, they always kind of knew. You know what I'm saying? So those are the ones that you may say that they entitled or they're spoiled. No. Some of us just recognize our world, see, and we always have. And we may, because of who we were around, we may not have known how to express that. And it come across others as, oh, you're entitled, oh, you're a brat, you're spoiled. But it's no. I'm supposed to have the things that I desire and want. I'm like, that's a part of my inheritance, to not want for shit. You know what I'm saying? But when you around a lot of people who don't feel that way, it can affect how you looking at life too. So that's why I said, like, it's really important to, pay attention to your circle, the people that you're around, the people that that you discuss these type of things with. Because even with that, like, they can affect you attracting things to your life, because you're discussing with somebody who don't believe in you, don't believe in the things you believe in, or know the things that you know. And then you're trying to discuss these things with them, and then they kind of throw your rhythm off because they not into it. And so they kind of putting out negative forces against it, negative energy against it. You have to, like, sometimes fall back from discussing all these type of things with people unless you sure they on the same frequency with you. But the more you change your frequency, you will start to attract those who are on the same frequency, and you will start to be able to discuss these things with more people. But I'm gonna be real with you, it's lonely. Like, the more you ascend and you start to see the world for what it really is, and people for what they really are, who they really are, the more you start to see all of this for what it really is, it's gonna probably be a lot of people that you're gonna probably leave behind. Some of it, depending on how attached you are, some of it's gonna be really painful. But like I say, it's people, but I will say this. It will benefit them in the long run. They may not like it now. Oh, you doing all this and you ignoring us and you not hanging out. You think that you too good for us. They may not like it now, but you ascending is going to benefit them, whether they know it or not. And that's where you have to like not be so attached to how other people looking at you or how you moving and what you're doing. If you know that you're making the correct steps, you're making the right moves, you're on your journey, and you're doing the things you need to do to heal not just yourself, but because when you healing yourself, you healing what's around you. It's the butterfly effect. So this is where all that self-love and all that stuff come from, because you have to heal yourself. In doing that, you raise the vibration of the things around you, the people around you, the energy around you, raising it. So people may not get it in that moment. And I feel like some of the people, some of those people may be meant to be stuck where they are. Again, that's not your concern. That's not your worry. It hurts, especially when it's people that you have built a bond with. But you really have to do what you have to do for the greater good of all. Not just your little immediate circle. You don't want to hurt their feelings. I tell people all the time. And when I start to do that, start to get into wanting to spare people's feelings or wanting to protect their ego, yeah, it don't go good. Because I can't do that for long. You know what I'm saying? So eventually, I'm going to say something that's going to hurt somebody's feelings, because I'm not here for the ego. I'm here for your soul. I'm here to help you elevate your soul the same way I'm trying to get the fuck up out of here and I want to come back. I want the same for you. You know what I'm saying? So when it come down to sparing your feelings or your ego, yeah, you're going to probably be mad at me a lot, because I'm like, fuck your ego. You know what I'm saying? Fuck your ego, because I got to say fuck man a lot. You know what I'm saying? In order for me to receive the messages, it's like, yeah, I have to. But in order for us to get into a better standing in this country, in this world, we're going to have to accept our divinity. We're going to have to accept that this is a part of our birthright. Wealth. You know what I mean? And it's a lot of people out here who don't know who they are. That's what those of us who know, who went through certain, like, that's what we're supposed to be sharing. Know who you are. Recognize who you are. And these are the tools to help you get there. That's what a lot of us are doing. These are the tools that's going to help you know who you are. And like I say, you're going to come up against people that's going to try to discourage you. They don't want this. It's entities here that don't want that. I mean, but you got to realize the law of polarity. When you create this, hey, I'm going to help you get up out this. You also the other guy that exists too. I'm going to stop you. I'm going to help you get up out of it. I'm going to stop you from getting up out of it. So both exist. You can't give up. You can't stop. I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't know. Because honestly, I really just kind of had my little talking points, and then I just let it flow through me. So I don't even know how the message needs to be put out here. And especially with this thing with money. Like I said, I've been talking to so many people lately, and money is just like such a big concern. And I get it, especially with what's going on right now. I'm not even getting into all that, but with what's going on right now, I get it. People are very concerned about money. But the way people are thinking about it and the way they are going about it, they're not going to achieve it. And things are going to get worse if people don't change their mind. If they don't change how they're looking at money, if they don't change how they're looking at people, if they don't change how they love and what they love, be love. You know what I'm saying? If they don't I just see some of the things like that I be seeing in my suggested, and it's like, and I know that it's meant for me to see because I don't watch the news. That it's meant for me to see these things the way I'm seeing them because of how I already look at these things. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, no, okay, you see what's going on. You got to speak about this. And like I say, I know everybody, it's not going to be for everybody, but those who is meant, those who need to see it, I hope they do. I trust that they will. Excuse me. I'm going to probably do a more elaborate video on money. I'm probably going to give a story time about it in my next video because I feel like I'm not really done with the topic of money like that. But I'm going to cut this video now because I don't want it to cut off in the middle of me talking. But I'm probably going to elaborate a little bit more. I'm going to probably tell a little story time or something like that, so I can just kind of wrap up the money series, at least for now. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you kind of this is like an intro. This money video was also like a part of my intro video. I just wanted to divide it up into 2 different videos. But I hope you guys are getting a gist of what I'm about, what I'm on, like what I'm here to do, what I'm here to share with you guys. And most importantly, I'm hoping that somebody getting this message, they receiving it, and that they utilizing it, and it's sparking something within them that's helping them figure out something that they wasn't able to figure out, a piece of a puzzle that they weren't able to figure out. Like I said, this was just like my intro videos. This is like my really like kind of my first time doing things like this. I've done live videos on Facebook, but I've never done like this. And like I said, I was trying to wait for all different type of things. Like I wanted to get like better lighting. I didn't want to use my phone. I wanted to get a camera. I wanted to hear like my little music, which I got my phone. It's the other phone right here for music. But I wanted to get like a little mural to put on the wall so it could be all nice and pretty in my background. It was so many things I went through to start this video, but I promise you, like my guys was like, no. Like, you ain't gonna, like, things are not gonna move forward. Like, this, you not feeling fulfilled. It's because you're not doing the things you need to do. Like, and this is a part of it. Like, I was making my jewelry, which I'm gonna be coming soon. But I was making my jewelry, and it was like, even that, and I'm creating, that's what I love to do. These are things I love to do, but it wasn't being fulfilling. It's because I wasn't doing this, which is what I'm really here for, which is to help people. Like, yeah, the jewelry and what I'm doing with my jewelry is going to be helpful too. But this right here, sharing these stories, these experiences, these things I've been through, these are the things that's going to help somebody see. Not just me making jewelry. That's something that's an add-on. But I'm going to cut it here, like I said again, because I have no idea where this is going to stop at. And I need to leave some space if I need to edit it or something, which I don't know if I don't even know. But I'm very happy that I got this going. I'm looking forward to communicating with you all. I'm looking forward to the growth that this channel will spark. You all won't always see me. As I said in my first video, I'll be doing audio visuals as well. So sometimes it'll be pictures and just me talking. Sometimes it may not be me talking. Sometimes it may be audio visuals as far as like just pictures and then music. This channel is going to be like a wide variety of things. Like I said, Nuki Jewels. So it's going to cover a lot of things. You know, I've had a lot of experiences. I'm 39 years old. I've had a lot of experiences in life. And I probably could just about help somebody with, like, or talk to somebody about anything that's going on in their life. Whether I've been through it personally or if I already helped somebody else through something similar. So, again, I am looking forward to doing this. Like, I don't feel the anxiety I felt before I actually came. In the last video that I did, I felt so anxious doing that video. That's how I know I'm on the right track with this, because I don't feel as anxious. The reason why I'm sweating is because it's really hot. It's like 90 degrees and I'm in my garage, and I had to open the garage up, you know, so that I can get some air.